Christmas, everybody! This year, for Red Ribbon Reviewers, where we show support and help to spread AIDS awareness while providing some much-needed entertainment, I'm going to do what I said back in my All Dogs Go to Heaven 2 review. For today, we're going to look at the Christmas special. An All Dogs Christmas Carol, to be exact. This is the third movie in the franchise and can be seen as the finale to the TV series that started in 1996. Now, I didn't have the time to look at it proper, and I probably will do so sometime next year if a certain dog character shows more promise to a certain anime manga series I love. But from what I've read, it's basically another retcon from the original movie by being a retcon of the second movie, given how they mostly use characters established from the second movie while bringing back at least one from the first movie. So let this serve as an example of what may come when I do cover the TV series. One thing worth mentioning is that the main character in this is not going to be Charlie, which you'd think, what? But given how he is, you'd think he'd be the Scrooge of this movie, right? And yeah, by that I do mean this is a dog version of A Christmas Carol. But who is the main character then, if not Charlie? I'll give you a moment to guess as we begin our Christmas story with an All Dogs Christmas Carol. Because remember, cats don't get nice things. We open in heaven, of course, where we get rather adorable angel puppies. I can't imagine what the hell happened with them to get them up here. Unless it's possible to conceive in heaven, then I can only guess they had a really crappy short life to be here already. Anyway, Annabelle's about to tell them a story. Gee, I wonder what it's about.
This is a holiday story about 3 ghosts, 2 bad dogs, and an evil witch.
Ghosts? So it is a dumb old fairy tale.
Fairy tale? Kid, you're a dead puppy in another plane of existence that if you wanted to, you could go back to Earth and act like a ghost. I think this one would be plausible. As for the witch...
The witch was my evil cousin, Belladonna.
Yep, as part of the retcon, it would seem Red is no longer a major player in ruling hell or whatever, but instead, her evil cousin. I guess the title is once again a lie, in that not all dogs go to heaven after all. Moving to San Francisco, Christmas is in full swing for both humans and dogs.
When we hear a Christmas carol, we know that it's Christmas at last. Every time we hear a Christmas carol, we know that it's Christmas at last.
Snowflakes on shiny round noses, an icy lake under your claws.
Yep, and not one cat in sight. This makes me sad. Now here's something that will be interesting to learn about in the future. Both Charlie and Itchy are solid despite the fact they are both dead and are considered guardian angels. Supposedly it's part of the show where they can be solid most of the time but return to being ghosts later, or something, but that's something for me to know later on. Also, while most of the second movie's cast reprised their roles here, Charlie is now voiced by Steven Weber, because I guess they were too cheap to get Charlie Sheen back.
The little ones tucked in their basket,
Dreaming sweetly of Santa Claus.
No, we are not tying this movie with the Air Bud franchise. I am not going there yet. Seems this time the two have to make this a good Christmas for the puppies of the city, including little Timmy, who broke his leg and never complains. Just call him Tiny Tim. And if you may guess it, our Scrooge / main character of the movie is Carface. And unlike the movies, he's always been alive, I guess. And yes, they even brought back Charles Riley, and I'm an idiot for saying he wasn't.
Rah, don't stop on my account. I'm just here to collect a few debts. Rah.
Hey, mister, that wasn't nice.
Boo-hoo. Now beat it, Gimpy.
Well, I might get better, but you'll be ugly forever.
Not bad, kid. You got spunk.
Oh, how I wish Vic Tayback was still alive. Then they could keep his version of Carface. He was the best of the Mafia dogs. Oh, how low have they sunk? Speaking of, now I really have to wonder what sort of plotline they run for the TV series, because it seems like they kept him the same way he would have been in the first movie, but give him the attitude and personality of the second. Also, if Carface never died and thus would just be a normal mafia dog, where the hell did he get this? Must be the work of Belladonna, because who else has a hypnotic dog whistle like this? He takes everything, including presents and the money needed for Timmy's operation, even though I have to question how they would have presented that to the humans. So Charlie and Itchy go after him, while Sasha returns Timmy to his owner, Martha. And I thought the animation quality of the second movie was bad. Anyway, antics! They eventually get inside to confront him, but uh-oh, here comes Belladonna. Yeah, she's totally the ruler of hell, and she has Annabelle's voice too. Admittingly, she does kinda look cool, but then you hear her plans to ruin Christmas.
Killer, do the honors.
At midnight, when every dog in town is tucked into bed, we're gonna blow a magic dog whistle. Well, and all those darling Fidos and Fidettes will get that zombie look. Oh, give.
They'll drag their master's gift right out of the doggy doors and bring him here to me.
If Chuckles here gets all the goodies, what do you get?
Me? I get to ruin Christmas.
So it's basically what Kitty Galore was trying to do, but instead of the entire world, it's just for this one city. Yeah, you can't really ruin Christmas that way. You'd only be ruining it for a small populace versus something on a global scale. Some demon you turn out to be. The way to do it though is to use a giant version of the whistle they were using, but no one, not even Carface, knows where it is. Charlie and Itchy get chased out by imps. At least they're not cat imps. And now they're without a clue. That is until Annabelle contacts them about their new mission.
Now, I've left you something to help with your assignment. It will provide you with enough magic to devise a major plan.
A miracle dog tag! Oh, great! We'll find that big whistle in no time.
Sorry, Charles. There's only so much I'm allowed to do. This tag won't locate the whistle.
Oh great, some miracle tag.
I don't know. Do you think we could turn Carface into a good guy?
Good guy? Don't make me laugh. That mud is a total Scrooge.
Oh no, is this going to be the All Dogs version of that one 101 Dalmatians Christmas special? What sort of madness will I behold? So through a combination of Itchy's complaints and Charlie's crazy planning, they plan to reenact the actual Christmas Carol thing using the power of the miracle tag. Well, at least they're upfront with what they're ripping off.
These Christmas specials.
Welcome to CCN, the Carface Carruthers Network.
That's me.
Good evening. I'm Jacob Charlie. Welcome to our holiday special, It's a Wonderful Carface.
Oh god, what have I gotten myself into? This is the result of cashing out Don Bluth properties. You go from okay movie about a con artist abusing children to learn humility, to retcon about a con artist wanting a second chance at life, and now another retcon about a con artist trying to trick another con artist into becoming a nicer person through silly Christmas specials. Only in a dog movie. So per tradition of Christmas Carol, we start in the past, and Itchy is the ghost for that era.
Do I look like I was born yesterday? Huh? As a matter of fact, yes. Mom? That's my mom. Yeah, and that's you, only smaller. Mom, it's me.
Great! I always wanted to know how a small bulldog puppy became the mastermind of an entire mafia group while kidnapping children for gambling purposes.
Memories. I miss my brother.
Yep, he's going places. This leads to another song where he explains how he got kicked out of his first home, and it's kinda dull.
When the lights go out, I dream about my puppyhood. And this pint-sized mug who took me in one day. Oh, sure, I broke a rule or two, the same as any puppy would. But in his crazy dreams, I still can hear him say, "You didn't mean to do it, car face. I guess you kinda blew it, car face."
So far, none of the songs really do it for me. At least in the other movies, the songs had a bit more feeling and there was at least effort put into them. But when you consider that songs tend to happen a lot during the TV series, and I tremble the thought of having to go through them when I do, I have to imagine what they need to do to make their schedule, since you only have so much time to work on an episode or special that, animation shortcuts aside, some songs just feel lacking. More importantly, all this did was enforce his hate for Christmas. So that failed. Meanwhile, it seems Belladonna has her giant whistle at Alcatraz? Great, she really is the new Red. Anyway, Ghost of Christmas Present will be played by not Charlie, but Sasha? How did they get her? Does she know about Charlie and Itchy's dealings with heaven? Either way, she's acting like Gardevoir, and looks even more human-like. Much like in most iterations of this act, it mostly shows how other people related to him would act during the time, including Killer.
This baby will cut through bank safes like butter. Oh, and it's monogrammed too. Oh, I hope the boss likes it. Ow!
A blowtorch for me? I didn't know he cared. And after the rotten way I treat him, too,
Great, he's an arsonist deep down. Thanks for that lovely thought.
Get emotional. Tell old Saint Nicky I'm feeling awful icky about the really naughty stuff I did. I'm so ashamed. After a beating, I'll find myself repeating. Say hi to the wife and kid. Oh, don't forget.
I always get emotional at Christmas time. I'm doing so much good cheer. Whether I'm poisoning punch or setting dolls on fire, I try to fill the world with grief and fear.
Well, you're not doing a good job if all you're doing is causing troubles for San Francisco alone. Jeez, you're just as bad as the villains from Power Rangers. Actually branch out in your mayhem for once. So after that weird song, they visit the house of Timmy, and naturally, he lives with a poor human family, and it's here Carface starts to feel some sympathy.
Should. You robbed him.
Oh, but it was only a few bucks.
Meant for his operation.
It's more than just a bum leg.
Oh, wake up. Unless the future has changed somehow, Timmy will not make it.
Given how earlier Timmy stood up to him for being an asshole, he did show some fondness, and I hate to say it, it does at least tie in well with the following. Carface's hatred for Christmas relates to how he believes that humans will be harsh to even a puppy, and to where they can get thrown out as they wouldn't be willing to give them a chance to mature, but rather save them the trouble. But here, when Martha actually takes the blame for Timmy, he does start to see that this isn't always the case. Not to mention, Timmy still admits to doing something bad, and while it seems like both get off easy, for the sake of time, it still gets the point across to Carface. So at the very least, this is one time frame that seems to have some effect on him, but...
I'm sick of you ghosts, you hear me? In an hour, I'm gonna blow that whistle, and you can't stop me!
Good thing there's one more act to this trip, to the future. And naturally, it's Charlie who takes this one, as he shows him how happy people are with him gone, and with a song that...
It's showtime.
You son of a bitch!
Look what you've done. You've been a very bad dog, my son. Packing 7 years of evil into everyone. Greed and vice, a pack of cards and a paradise ain't gonna get you into paradise.
If this somehow is meant to be an act of redemption for the character, well, it only works because you had to ignore 2 movies to do it. That's really the only way this all works, in that the TV show follows its own continuity, but then of course that means they can go as cartoony as other cartoon shows at the time. This song alone just shows the kind of cartoonish antics they can do, despite how earlier movies would have interpreted it, and for Don Bluth fans, it doesn't always translate out well for being a good product. Judging from this special alone, it almost makes me think that the TV series itself is the same as Timon and Pumbaa. It does whatever the hell it wants while making light references to the source material. Sometimes it works, but in this case, it doesn't. For me, anyway.
Belladonna's gonna blow that whistle! Timmy, don't you listen? Block your ears! No, kid. No, don't do it. You got a great home here. Stop! No. This is my fault, not his. Don't let this happen. Oh, how do I stop this? Tell me! Tell me!
You know all the angles. You figure it out.
So he only has a few minutes left till midnight to do the right thing, as Belladonna summons him and Killer to Alcatraz. Because I guess only one of them can activate it. And while it does go off, he soon has a change of heart and switches it off just in time, which means...
I gotta do something. This is for Timmy!
Okay, that was pretty cool.
Nobody double-crosses Belladonna and lives!
Halt! You will not harm these 2.
Annabelle, get out of my line of fire!
Try it and I'll clip your wings.
That bug belongs to me.
No, cousin. People belong to themselves, so they can choose between good or evil.
Okay, that's a rather decent moral, but it's kinda dampened given what's already happened. So to stop Belladonna, Annabelle uses snow as a weapon, since that can definitely cool down beings of immense heat. That and a big pile of snow seems to stop her. Cold. Alright, enough sentimentals. Carface realizes the true meaning of Christmas, or something, and he ends up returning everything he stole so that the puppies can have a wonderful Christmas, Timmy can have his operation, and Carface even decides to go visit his mother for once. So ends this Christmas Carol.
And all I can add to that is Merry Christmas.
And that goes double for us.
Except for the cats, they can go to hell. And so ends the special. And, if we were to count this as part of a movie trilogy, the first two beat this one out easily. That's not to say I can't see people liking it, but it wasn't the kind of cheesy, corny cartoon Christmas I'd go for. Or maybe it is, but given what it's attached to, it just dampens the mood. As far as a take on A Christmas Carol goes, it's not the worst I've seen. They do at least make sense to even doing it, and the payoff at least works within context. It's just not enough for me to recommend personally. And if anything, the past Christmas movies I reviewed, I'd be more inclined to recommend than this. But at the least, this should give you a bit of an idea on what we can expect once we do cover the TV series. It may happen next year, it might happen the year after that. It all depends on Wanda. I'll reserve any final judgment on the TV series when we do cover it. Until then, be sure to check out any and all other contributions to Red Ribbon Reviewers and have yourself a wonderful Christmas. See you guys in 2016.